Hi and welcome to another lesson of English with Stuart. And today we're going to have a look at some more phrasal verbs. Yeah, the dreaded phrasal verbs. You know, they're not that difficult when you start to understand them. Some of them are more logical than others. Some of them not so much. But today we're going to have a look at the phrasal verbs that are using the verb to make. Yeah, probably the verb with the most phrasal verbs. So we're going to have a look at all phrasal verbs with the word make, and the first one today is to make do with. What does make do with mean? Well, I'll give you an example. There were no chairs to sit on, so we made do with a pile of boxes. We made do with the fish when really we wanted the chicken. What does it mean? It means we accepted something. We accepted something less satisfactory than we had hoped for, but it was the only option, so it was accepted. We accepted it when we make do with something. What about make fun of? Well, make fun of is to make jokes about. So you can make fun of people. The old lady dresses so strangely that we made fun of her. Or what about to make something into? Now that's to convert. In English it's to convert, and in English to convert is usually a physical thing. It's not a personal thing. It's not about people. So we converted the garage into a playroom. We made the garage into a playroom. We made into, we converted into. What about to make of? Well, to make of is to have an opinion. So I could say to you, what do you make of the latest song by whatever pop star? What do you make of that latest song? What is your opinion of it? To make off. Now, to make off is to run away. So he made off. He made away from the police. He ran away from the police. He made off. You could use make away as well, but to make off, or to make off with, which is to run away and steal something. So he made off with all the jewelry from the jewelry shop, for example. He stole the jewelry and he ran away. Okay. What about to make out? I can't make this out without my glasses. I can't make that out. Or I can't make that sound out. What is that sound? The verb here is to distinguish in English. That is to make out, to distinguish. What about to make oneself out to be? To make oneself out to be is to pretend to be something that perhaps you're not. He made himself out to be rich when in fact he had no money. He was very poor. Now the most phrasal verb with the most meanings is to make up. And often students, when they hear the word make up, they think, what does make up mean? Well, it means lots of things depending on context, and this is the big problem. To make up, let's look at some of the possibilities with make up. We have to invent. So he made up an excuse. He invented an excuse about why he didn't do his homework. He made up an excuse. You can make a bed up. Okay, come and stay at my house tonight. I will make up a bed for you. It's to prepare a bed for a visitor. You can also have to make up as in to constitute, to form. What makes up his character? Tell me about his character. What constitutes or forms his character? What makes up his personality or character? Then you've got to make up with. You could use the equivalent from Spanish, which is to make peace with. But it's not so common in English. To make up with. Yeah, we had a terrible argument last week, but we made it up with each other, or we made up with each other. The it as a pronoun in the middle is not compulsory, but often used by natives to make up with someone or to make it up with someone. And finally, to make up, well, to make up for. I say to the boss, I'm sorry I'm late, the train was delayed. I will make up for the time I missed. You could say, I will make up the time I missed as well. Don't necessarily need the for if the context is clear. And that is to compensate. To compensate. I made up for the fact that I disappointed her. I took her out for a very nice meal. I made up for the disappointment that I caused her. So those are the main phrasal verbs with the verb to make. I hope that really helped you today. If you have any comments about today's video or any suggestions you would like regarding phrasal verbs that you find a little bit difficult, please put your comments below and remember to click like, share and more importantly subscribe, because by subscribing you'll receive notification before anyone else of the latest videos that will help you rapidly improve your English. Thank you for watching. I'll see you very soon here at English with Stuart.